everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So I'm doing a video today on my experience with the antidepressant Prozac, and I'm more going to share my hopes with the mental health community and medication, because my experience with Prozac wasn't that long. It was really short-lived, but I still wanted to share it with you anyway. Before we get started though, I just wanted to let you know that I am not a medical professional or a mental health professional. I'm just sharing my journey with you so that you know that there's others out there that are going through exactly what you might be going through right now, or have been through what you've been through, and we all just need to come together, share a story, talk about it. Like, that's my whole goal with this. So if you ever need someone to talk to, I'm here. I can't give medical advice or, things like that, but if you just need someone to talk to, just know I'm always here. So I'll get started with my experience with Prozac. I decided to start taking it because I was severely depressed, to the point where everything made me cry. I would be sitting in my office at work crying, and I didn't know why. It could be the slightest thing. Someone could just ask me what's wrong, and the tears would just start flowing. And I didn't really want to take medication in the first place, but at some point it was just Kim, you're just spiraling down. You need to try something. Just at least try it, and if it doesn't work, at least you tried, And so I went into my therapist and I said, hey, because they asked me what medication would you want to try? And I knew of Zoloft, and I knew that a lot of people didn't like that one, and Prozac was kind of 50-50, so I know more people that liked it than didn't. So I decided that that was the one that I was going to try. And basically when I started taking it, the first day, it helped with the racing thoughts. They completely stopped. But I was really drowsy, really out of it for at least a week. It was I would take it and I'd be super tired, really unmotivated, and I didn't want to do anything. And I was always worried about the side effects, the serious ones. I don't want to say them, but if you read them, because they make you read the packet, you're just thinking that most serious side effect is going to happen to you. As far as side effects for me, the ones that I got the most were I became really emotionless. I had no emotion at all. I felt I was just a walking zombie, which maybe for some people, that wouldn't bother them so much because they're getting the relief that they need from all the depression and anxiety that they're going through. But for me personally, I never wanted to not feel things. I just wanted to stop crying all the time and worrying about everything. That was my goal, and I was actually just turning into somebody completely that I didn't know at all, and I didn't like the way I felt. It wasn't I felt worse than the fact that I was worrying about everything or crying all the time. Now it was I was just becoming just a shell of a person. As dramatic as that could sound, but it's true. That's how I felt. And I started wanting to eat a lot more, a lot more food, and I was already first not eating, then I was eating really bad food, and at the time I was self-medicating with alcohol. Well, not at the time, when I started taking the medication, I wasn't drinking because it told me not to, and followed the rules. But before that, I was self-medicating with alcohol, so it was just a mixture of things. So about 3 weeks after I started the medication, I decided I didn't want to take it anymore. And so when I went back into my therapist, they were just okay, well, if you don't want to take that one, then what's the next pill that you want to try? I felt I was constantly just being told here's a pill, take this pill, pill, getting shoved down your throat. And I didn't like that. And I was trying to explain to her, I used to be on a better diet, and I used to exercise, and I never felt like this. And even if I was stressed out at work, I would do, I'd go and work out at the end of the day, and that would be, my stress reliever, and I never had all these symptoms. So then I, of course, was thinking that it was something worse, that they were missing something. But I was just trying to be my own advocate, is that I wanted something more natural, and they just couldn't offer me anything. I felt the only thing that they knew to do, or the only thing that they wanted to do, was offer me medication. I don't know which. And so I just feel in the mental health industry, it's just so broken. We're always just come in for your 45-minute appointment, we'll talk, here's this, goodbye, just one after the next. There's just not a lot of interaction, and maybe I just haven't found the right therapist. But and also the fact that maybe they don't know anything else to offer you, I'm not sure. So I just wanted to share that, and just to let you know to be your own advocate when it comes to your mental health. Like, if you don't feel right about something, tell that. We could just break the cycle of just like, oh, here's a pill, or and I know in a lot of situations, not a lot, like there are certain situations where medications are needed, and I think maybe what needs to happen is that, like, I know that it's like overcrowded and like understaffed, but eventually what I hope is that people can be looked at more on like a case-by-case basis. Like, when did your anxiety and depression start? Why, like, finding the root cause. Because when I was going in, like, they were kind of just like, yeah, maybe like that's the root cause. Like, I had to find the root cause of my anxiety by myself, and like each day I'm finding something new. But like, definitely finding the root cause and be like, okay, well, you haven't really had a history of this, so like maybe let's try this. Like, working your way up to a medication if you're just having like normal anxiety and depression, but that's just my opinion. Like, I think that there just needs to be more alternatives, maybe more steps, before we're just handing out these medications, because after 4 to 6 weeks of taking them, now your body, you can't just stop taking them, so now you have to like wean yourself off. And that was just something that freaked me out. I didn't want to do that unless I like absolutely had to. And like, nowadays I've gotten a lot better. I've come like a long way. I still struggle every now and then, but one thing that did help me in therapy was finding out about CBT therapy, and it's like conjunctive behavioral therapy or something like that. And basically what you do is you pick like, you take one thing that you're afraid of. Like, for me, at one point it was going out in public, going to the mall, and it would just make me like instantly have a panic attack. Even if I wasn't at the mall yet, I was already thinking like I didn't want to go in there. So I would make myself go, and I'd make myself stand in there, even if it was only for like 3 to 5 minutes. And even if I got panicky, and then I would come back out and I'd be like, see, we did it, like, we're fine. And I just kept doing it over and over until finally I just never even thought about it anymore. Like, I was like, oh yeah, I'm excited to go to the mall, so that really helped me. That was the one thing that did help me in that situation. But yeah, so I hope you guys, I know it was like all over the place, kind of short and sweet, but I just wanted to make the video about my experience. Let me know in the comments if you've taken any antidepressants, if you're still taking antidepressants, and what your thoughts are on them and how they've helped you or how they didn't help you. Just let me know, and please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video.